My name is Specialist Phippen, and today, as part of resiliency training, I'll be talking about avoiding thinking traps. Okay? Identify correct counterproductive patterns in thinking through the use of mental cues and critical questions. So that's the goal. I had an experience with this just the other day. Thursday night, just of this past week, I jumped in my car. I was heading on an errand and hadn't got more than a block away when all of a sudden my car would no longer shift. It's a manual transmission. And I was pretty annoyed at first. I didn't know why that was happening. This is the first time that I've ever dealt with this problem before. I've fixed various car problems in the past, but I've never had a transmission type problem before, so I was starting to stress out. I was jumping to the worst case scenario, like, oh no, I'm going to have to sell my car, I'm going to have to tow it to a shop to get it fixed, it's going to cost a lot of money, this is a transmission issue, I don't know if I can fix that myself, and I was just kind of, all my thoughts were negative. But I pulled over and walked back to my house. Like I said, I'd only gone a block, and got some help to push it back to my house. And then I thought to myself, okay, well, it might not be as bad as you think. Why don't you do some research? There's probably this could very well be a common problem with Saturns. That's the type of car I'm driving, and it might be an easy fix. And so I did a little research online and found out that it was likely one of two symptoms, either a broken connection or a frayed cable. So I took off my console, in between the seats where the stick shift goes down into the connects with the cables that connect to the transmission. Took that off. It only took about 10 minutes to do that, and saw that all the connections were fine there. So the next thing I did was crawl under my car and looked at where the cables connect to the transmission, and sure enough I had a frayed cable. And so I figured out the problem. Haven't had a chance to fix it yet because this is drill weekend, but I'll get that fixed as soon as I get home. And anyway, I don't think it'll be a big deal. I think it's something I can definitely handle. And once I got my thinking out of that negative spot and more into like, okay, well, let's figure out what's going on, let's take some steps here. My stress levels went down, and I realized that this is something I probably can handle.